All right, that was awesome. Somebody called me and it shut it off. Okay, so let's go over this again. I guess this will be part 2. As I was saying, this here is the concrete footer. It's 12 inches thick. It is a 12 inches wide, so it is square. And so it's an 8-foot wall from here to here, and then an 8-foot from there to there. So we're going to have a nice, beautiful block wall covering up from the sun that, you know, it comes from that way. On the south side, it comes down this way. And so it'll be hitting the electric equipment and the pool equipment this way. You can see my windows here. I did put it on the other side of that window. This is a bathroom window. These are bedroom windows. We don't ever look out there, but we are going to make it nice and pretty. We're going to use most probably this block here. This block is really pretty. We really like this block, Angie and I do. Plus, we'll go ahead and paint it. So we're looking at using that rock to build up for the actual wall, stem wall here. And then what we're going to do is this will be open, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to actually level this out, compact it correctly, put sand in there, and we're going to put a nice brick, Italian brick in here. And then on the outside here, we're going to put a fence. So there will be a fence that will keep, you know, anybody and everybody out of the pool equipment room. Of course, since we are going to have a heater to this pad, we're going to keep this open. So we're really looking at, you know, getting the wall 6 feet high or so. All right, now let me toss my screenboard back. So one more thing that I'll show you. Now, my foundation, the way that things work, that it pushes everything away from the wall, and it goes back to the back of my lot. So we want to make sure we keep that drainage correct, right? We want to make sure that we do that correctly because we don't need drainage problems and we don't want water to come back to the house. So if you look at it, the slope of the dirt is going down, but our pad is level, okay? They say that you should have a little bit of a drop. So if you look, it's not dead center. It's a little bit, one bubble down. Same here, one bubble down, okay? So we have a tad bit of a slope. It's not necessarily going to matter for the wall. It's just going to matter for the pad, running the water off. We had thought about doing some drainage here. We haven't really come up with that yet. If we were going to put a little bit of, irrigation piping here so the water can escape, I'm actually really thinking about doing that. Now, if you look at it from here, this part is plumb, okay? So we did this part level. And you can see there, that one's level. Level. And level. So when you're building your pad, you want to make sure a couple things. You want to make sure the drainage of your land. Okay, so ours comes from the front of the house and it runs down to the back of the house. Hey, look at my tractor. Runs down to the back of the house, okay? That's critical, knowing your land slope and knowing your drainage area. We've been here a year, but I've done a lot of talking, and I've done looked at my plot, my survey, and looked at how they did the drainage, which is critical. You want to make sure you do that correctly. So our pad is now ready to rock and roll. For the most part, this middle dirt, we really don't care. And I have family that are going to come and help me do this pour. 32 or 33 80-pound bags is what this is going to take to get this done correctly. Let me go ahead and show you, because I know that I said I was going to make a video so that you could see what the rebar look. The rebar in the actual jacuzzi is almost done. So let's take a look. So you can see, looks pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay, this is as heavy duty as you, well, I mean, you can go heavier, obviously, but usually they will put just a screen mesh in there. And as you can see, we put number 3 rebar in there. We did them all a foot apart and a foot grid this way. Yes, this is not completely done yet. We have to do our corner lacings around the edge, okay? We still have to do all of that, and we will intertwine them together. And so right now, that's why we have these here. So we want to put 2 rails and then do our 90-degree bends and run it all the way around. So we will be doing that as well. But right now, you know, we're still scheduling for doing that pour. I really need all hands on deck for that pour because that's obviously 6 cubic yards is actually what it came out to after doing measurements every couple of feet or something like that to get the exact depth, because nothing's ever exact. So we did get a little bit extra. But Saturday, today is Thursday, the 17th. Yesterday was my birthday. So it was a lot of fun. Everybody at work definitely helped celebrate that. So I took the day off yesterday from working. This past weekend I had to go get grandfather's, God bless his soul, my grandfather passed away in January. So it's very sentimental to us in the family, and I'm really glad and honored to have that cement mixer. Love you, Grandpa. But I'm going to have my dad and my best friend Joe. He's going to be out here. So you'll get to see them. And we'll be doing this. So when we do the concrete pour, I promise you, everybody, I will do the videos on this. I will not, you know, skimp on that. I'll explain exactly what we're doing, how we're doing it, taking a temperature reading. You know, stay tuned on that. That's very important because there's a lot of novices out there and they don't know how to pour concrete. And there's a lot of research, there's a lot of stuff online, but I've spent probably 40 hours online trying to get information about, you know, exact concrete and science, and you have to go through a lot of reading. But guess what? There's not a lot of videos. And guess what I'm doing? I'm doing a video just for you. So we are going to get this done. I'm going to explain the do's and the don'ts and explain concrete. We're going to talk about what is concrete. You know, how does temperature affect it? How does water affect it? How does the temperature of water affect it? How does the ambient temperature, like wind, how does that affect it? You know, what are some things that we should look for? And just like I stated, okay, there's different codes for different regions. Remember that. And so we want to make sure that if you are going to tackle this job of concrete, that we want to make sure that you do read up on what you have, because this is Arizona. We don't have a frost line down in Phoenix. I don't have a frost line. So our piping for my water piping is really shallow. But we don't have to worry about that. So my footer can technically sit on top because I don't have a frost, so I don't have to worry about that. But anyway, we will do that. So we'll showing you that. I will also show you the tools, okay? You can rent these tools. I will show you how to use the tools. I will show you what they are, what they mean, how they work. And we're going to do those techniques, okay? So stay tuned, all right, from Wishbone. Thanks for watching my videos. Very educational, at least I hope they're very educational. And we are very excited. Man, we have so many videos we're going to do about all the different things. So stay tuned. And please post, rate, and subscribe to my channel. And, you know, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, as I'd love to interact with everybody. So I hope everybody found my video helpful, and talk to you soon.